again, and we'll pick up where we left off. So it'll be just a little bit of RimWorld, just like 2.5, 3 hours, whatever it is. Okay, so we should be back live. So we're going to be picking up back where we left off with the librarians. So we're doing a thematic run right now in RimWorld that the gist of the run pretty much boils down to basically getting as many books as we can. So if we look at what we got going on here, why does she-wolf need... Oh, muscle parasites, that's fine. So what we've got going on here is we're slowly building up more and more of a library. And you can see it takes a decent amount of time to do so, because you just don't get that many opportunities to get books. But it's kind of, this is the run I just want to stick with until Anomaly drops. Now, I will say, if this colony dies, I don't think we'll pick up another colony until Anomaly drops, because I don't think realistically we would get that colony to a satisfying finish. But where we've been left off is we have been having a bunch of these monuments that we keep having to build, and they've been giving us good rewards. But we had 2 streams ago in RimWorld, we suffered a horrific loss. That we had a siege raid drop up here in the corner. We had the entire mountain on this side, and basically my only choice was to run in where they had the number superiority, the weapon superiority, and the position superiority. And I just had to hide behind rocks and just hope we outshot them. It went bad to the point we had a man in black. Like, we knocked them out. Like, we had wiped them out. And we were trying to run back when our last couple people went down because everyone was bleeding. And a man in black showed up, saved the day. We still lost like half our colony, but we did survive. And then from there, we've been building back up. But it's been good time. Hey, Chesty-Roo. Yeah, and I think I'll probably actually share on the Discord. I'll probably put, like, in the information, like, announcements being like, you know, thanks for indulging my week-long, just, Stardew Valley obsession. But yeah, so we'll get back to our normal content. It very much felt like with Stardew Valley, it was one of those ones where I had to jump in and play it now or don't bother. Is the way I was looking at it. That very genuinely, that's kind of how it felt. We're not gonna play Stardew Valley? We just finished, Bentley. Like, we didn't 100% the game, but we just finished all of the, Oh, Kirill's okay, Kirill's will be able to get over here beforehand. But we just finished, like, all the main things other than doing the perfection run. Taco time? It's always taco time. I mean, who wouldn't want it to be taco time? I actually know there's been 1 or 2 people in the community who've expressed that they're not huge fans of taco, and it's, you know, I'm sorry someone at some point wronged you so badly that tacos are just not a win for you. My condolences, but you know, we had to ban them. All right. We're learning so many raids, or so many technologies. 4 kids, that's 2 more than I remember. One of these is a refugee, just to be clear. This one here isn't ours. They're visiting. But, very genuinely, weirdly, our children are helping us research by reading books about various scientific topics. Like, if we look over here to the left, like, fire foam is being researched, biofuel is being researched. Drug production, psycho-refinery were researched by the kids. I think pemmican may have been... No, pemmican wasn't. Pemmican we started with. Death Rest was them. There was a few others in here that... Stone cutting, I think we got... I can't remember what we got. You collapsed due to exhaustion. Okay. But it's interesting that technically now children can do research by reading books. So they get their learning skill and they do the research. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. Alright, well, I mean, at least I got rid of the muscle parasites. Darkstrider was dying of flu last stream, like right by the end, so that's the reason they were on glitter. We had 2 others on glitter, but I already switched them off. I thought I had switched off Darth, but, you know. Sometimes things fall through the cracks. But yeah, so we got a whole bunch of kids. If I remember with our guests here, yeah, I'd take this person because they're a genie. And I'd actually take this person, even though they're a Hussar, because we are starting with the genetic science. So I am trying to get people of other genetics into the colony. So we've got like this one here I'm trying to recruit. It's a Neanderthal. So we got a genie, a Neanderthal, and a Hussar in the colony at the moment. You're fed, right? But you will soon. Robbery outpost. So I'm not going to do that, and the reason why we're not doing any of those robberies or the caravanning ones is I made the mistake when I chose where I built this colony, that I built the colony like way up in the mountains to just get ourselves a mountain colony, because I asked like what kind of colony we should do, and there's, you know, people were pretty mixed, but there was a little bit more for like a mountain defensible one. So I built it back here, but the problem is even a spot like there is a 4-day trek. So caravanning is a bad time in this colony. All right. So I've got our giant freezer here. We've got that there. For our mining people, is there someplace I want to make a committed prison? Let's say a committed prison. A space specifically allocated for purposes of being a prison. Because I almost never have any meaningful number of prisoners, so it won't need to be a particularly large area. But I like the idea of actually making it very poorly accessible from the outside for the purposes of making it so there's a jailbreak that I can set up at a choke point and punish those people trying to get away. Mechanoid cluster right at the beginning. Don't kill the colony right now. Alright, okay. So what I don't know is I cannot queue them to uninstall that. Oh, it's got a mortar at it. We need to move on this. Ooh, I was like, oh, I could just use the smoke grenades and we'll just be good. Right, I don't have those. So that's unfortunate. So you're gonna grab the EMPs and we are going to move now. Because I could potentially... this sucks. The reason why I'm unhappy about this is I would love to take those. But very genuinely, the most likely outcome of me trying to take those is we just get ourselves exploded. Alright, grab everyone with a gun. Except the children. Let's play the safe. So what I'm gonna try to do is try to get ourselves an angle on this one of the unstable power cores. Drop the EMP on this, which will let that cannon free fire. And we're going to tag the unstable power core and just detonate the whole thing into oblivion. Oh, before I forget, do not fire at will, because they will fire at will on the mortar. Or at least I believe they were fire at will on the mortar. Because there is the tiniest chance I could get those unstable power cores, but it's such an infinitely small chance, because I'd need to manage to destroy all of these around those with none of them exploding. And the chances are basically so ridiculously low, it's just not even worth considering. Alright, so that'll work for that spot. I might actually need to shift you over more. Yeah, I need it at this spot so I can take out, as best we can, try and disable both those. I think that'll work. So what we're gonna do is bunch you all up here. I don't know why I have you here. Get out of here. I'll put Pava Monster one step closer so they're more likely to be the one shot at. Alright, so with that said, EMP right there, and our goal is to try and disable that gun, and this gun. This one is going to get a shot off. There's not much I can do about it. I don't have the smoke grenades, and we have to deal with this now, unfortunately. And all of you are going to shoot at that. Please, Pava Monster. I really need you to not be up there. Oh, you need to keep throwing the grenades, buddy. I need you not in range of the explosions, please. Yeah, run, please, run. Are we clear? Okay, we're fine. Did the devs fix roofed mortars? I believe so, yes. I believe I remember reading that that specifically came up as something they dealt with. Which makes sense, because it was a pretty silly strategy that you could literally just go and be like, yeah, never mind, we'll just put a roof over top of the mortar and be done with it. So grab your gun, and who took what hits? You just got some burns, you got some burns, you got some burns, you got some burns. You took one hit to the leg, and it wasn't even a bad hit. So we're in pretty good shape. All things considered. Where are my doctors, and why? It's muscle parasites. It's not even... Oh, yeah, that's bio-coded. So first of all, start tending to people. Start tending to people. You can rescue them. And just so it's not sitting on the ground, equip the legendary SMG. What is your deal? Is this the debilitating pain from the muscle parasites? Okay. Please feed them, they're starving. And that's bio-coded. So haul that, we got a combat supplier, we'll deal with that in a moment. Okay, call the combat supplier and see what we can get rid of. Alright, so we have robust and elongated fingers. Okay, you're speaking my language on this one. Robust was which one? Reduce damage, so we'll definitely take that. Go ahead and take my revolvers, because I don't have enough money for this. Take the mask. We've got a bunch of these. Alright, what can I give you that'll make you happy? Good enough. So you're good. And so with this, I need to build a copy. So get your meal. It'll do that. My gun now? Yep. That's the way you work it. If you have a really good gun and you get knocked down, someone else is going to take it. That's how you get the best weapons in the game. Is you just don't get knocked down and you'll end up getting the best equipment by default. That's how we run things in this colony. So how are we doing on this? So yeah, so I'm having that problem again where I have all the positives with none of the negatives, and we got to get that sorted. But to do that, I need non-baseliners to join the colony, which we just haven't had many opportunities to get them. So that's the whole thing. We're just being like, hey, I need to sleep. You can sleep when people stop bleeding. It's the colony policy. So long as someone somewhere in the colony is actively bleeding, no sleep. Alright, so don't allow that yet. Security, granite. I am at the point that I do need them to get another one of the generators up. Alright. You can sleep when you're dead. Oh, wait. I mean, it happens. It is RimWorld. Sometimes you go into a fight and you just hear the initial shot and you're wearing full-on marine armor with tough and every possible advantage and you still just get brained or still just get shot through the heart. And you just stare at it and go, RimWorld, I hate you sometimes. It just sometimes, it's like when you're playing Dungeons & Dragons, like, oh, I have a 20-something sided dice. And all I have to do is not roll a 1 on any of these 10 dice, and you roll all 10 dice, and they're all 1s. You're like, really? Really? I haven't done anything to that extreme because I don't play D&D, but I've definitely played Warhammer 40k, the tabletop, and I'm like, all right, I got 10 Space Marines bearing down in with Stormbolters. All I need is any of them to roll. I think it's like a 3 and a 2. So it's like, okay, so 50% chance per roll of it hitting, and then like a 60% chance after that, and you roll like 24 or like 48 dice, and not one will be a winner, and you're just like, what? It's like, how far off of statistically probable are we going right now? Hey, we had a conversion. Neat. You play experience XCOM with 99% of misses. Yeah, XCOM from whatever, this is going off memory, so grain of salt. I believe the percents it presented you versus the percents under the hood weren't the same, if I remember correctly. There was some finagling that happens back there. Like, it wasn't a deliberate thing to like mislead you or whatever. It just was just kind of the way the game worked that it caused that issue. So it would say like a 1% is actually like a 6% or something like that. So it's still like really low or whatever. Adds more fun that way. Alright, so we're converting Groots is the only outlier who's not part of our ideology. And you have muscle parasites and addictions and all sorts of stuff going on. We do have them on a schedule to try and keep that under control. I see what you said there. Currently, Groot's twig is actively high, but because of their high mood... Okay, our alpaca population is increasing. Yeah, so we're trying to get all this up. Oh, well, that went faster than I thought. Okay, well, I guess we're recruiting you now. I was expecting to be putting a little bit more time into trying to bring this person. The reason I went out for the wait for this one is Sanguine very neurotic. So Sanguine gives them a permanent bonus to their mood, and this one gives them a penalty to like what it takes. So it's almost a wash between those two. Not quite, but almost a wash between those two. But a 40% increased global work speed. So, you know, that's pretty exciting. But they're also a Neanderthal, so my plan is to have them climb into the gene extractor on a fairly regular cadence to see if we can't get any goodies out of them. And then once we get what we want out of them, to make them not a Neanderthal anymore, mostly just to get rid of aggressive. Neural supercharge. Well, now we have the microelectronics. Why can't I get you? Locked. But I have my multi-analyzer, and it's right here. Are you not actually connected? But when I moved it up, it was connected. We could fix this. No, I can't, because I can't move it. This is super annoying. We'll build another table, we'll bring it over. In the meantime, because I goofed that up real bad, let's go over here to gunsmithing and start working on the gunsmithing stuff. Well, that sucks. How are we doing on our materials? We're doing good. Can't move the cremation thing? No. That's the problem, is that could only be deconstructed, that could only be deconstructed, that could actually... Oh no, you can be moved. Cancel that. Reinstall you, and I'll put it right here. Okay. Okay, I didn't think that one could be. Why do you... Where did you go down? Where is your gun? Auto pistol, good. Okay, it's in the room with you, so that's fine. And why are you starving again? Why do every time do I turn around, are you starving? Like, you just have to eat. The food's there. Yeah, so you get the go. Actually, I'm gonna not worry about the gunsmithing. We're just gonna go right over to fabrication. Did you get up, walk to the door, and then collapse again? Come on. I'm gonna need you to get pull yourself back together. Okay. Oh, we have choices. So we have intellectual 10 or solar panel. Well, I'll take the intellectual 10. Or Rebus joins? No. Alright. So 500 SETI, 8x16. Sure, pods arrived. I guess we just keep building buildings. That's what we do now, apparently. Alright, let's put the monument up. And this one, I'll probably make out of limestone because running out of sandstone in the area. They happen to be sitting on a pile of limestone that needs to be used. We have done some pretty egregious things because books. Alright, so allow that, and we're also going to go here and say zone, build roof, and we're going to put about 4 around the door, because the door is flammable, so we want to prevent that door from catching fire from just random fires. Growth moment for Jay Walker. Alright. So... Look. Well, I need another melee pawn, so I'll give you Nimble. Plants, cooking, and crafting, I think, is what I'm thinking. Because we already have 2 people to do construction. Research is not that big a deal, and animals aren't that big a deal. Yep, that'll work. Nimble. Cool. So work schedule for Jaywalker, so you have that on your schedule now. For the moment... Okay, so I think with Jaywalker, what I'm going to do is... This is going to take me a minute. Allowed skill, you need to be 5. Before I'll let you do these 2. All the rest of them should be fine, because a lot of them have requirements. And same with that. And I'm only doing that just to reduce the risk of food poisoning. I actually don't know if baby food can have food poisoning. But that way, Jaywalker can work on that without having to worry about too much issues with perpetual food poisoning. Are you a wimp? No, you're a jogger. I'm really surprised they... It must be because... Oh, you know what? Their movement is dropping below. So anytime the pain caused by muscle parasites becomes debilitating or whatever, it's dropping their movement down to 0% because they're in their 3rd trimester of pregnancy. That's why they keep collapsing. It's because of the movement speed penalty, not the other stuff. All right. It also means, I think, okay, so you both aged up. You got a little whiles yet. And then the refugee, like, they'll age up when they age up. We haven't been doing a priority on that. Alright, they could take their time with that. We're not super urgent about getting the next geothermal up, but it is something we want. It's also interesting to me, they already have 2 geothermals up, yet we're already pushing the limit on our power. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's fine. We do actually have a decent amount going on back here. Like, we're not doing any meaningful power management, like turning stuff off and leaving it off. We're just going for it. And how are you doing so far as being recruited? You got a ways. Yep, you fell down. And you're crawling uncomfortably. I hate it. Yeah, so movement speed 0. Oh, it's also the morning sickness kicking in. Right. Poor Alyssa and Z. This has been a real rough pregnancy for them. Interestingly enough, okay, they actually did collapse because now they're starving again. Alright, so feed them, tend to them, and that hopefully will be the end of their muscle parasites. So go get your gun. And hopefully that'll be the end of that nonsense. Okay, so I got Cure Liz and Pava Monster. So what are their favorite colors? So you have kind of a light purple and beige. Of course, it's always the beige. It's about like this. Go here. Cancel a group in the middle. And then we'll get... What was yours again? Oh, it's like, it's not a light purple. It's like almost like, not lavender. Around here, indigo. Oh wait, we weren't doing that. That's not how we're approaching this. We were building carpets now. We moved up in our world. Mostly just because to mix it up. To keep it interesting. Yeah, there we go. Indigo again. It's basically just to make things nicer. Have a little characters. Normally I was dyeing the entire floor. Now we're just kind of like treating it like it is a cave and they're just tossing down a rug. Like a big throw rug kind of thing in the middle of each room. But we're doing that as people, you know, the room gets fully smoothed out and all that, and people get assigned their room, then we plop down the rug. Alright, so we've almost got the next monument built. We still got the temple, the throne room. We've got a bunch of bedrooms already. We haven't been taking the time to build out anything else yet. There's just too many things. And we do have this plan to be able to build more rooms there and there. I'm kind of thinking about, like, way over here, putting, like, maybe tucked up along here, like the prison, but it goes out this way and around, so it's a really long way to run out of the building. So if there's a jailbreak, I have all the time in the world to deal with them. And, you know, we'll have this. We could probably actually use an extra storage room, maybe. Maybe that could be a thing, is I could branch this down, connect this hallway, and put the storage room over there for, like, not crafted stuff, just, well, I don't know. It's an inconvenient place for a storage room, but I could certainly see dumping a bunch of stuff in some corner that I don't have to worry about. Alright, so... Still have Groot's Twig. Oh, is it time we can do a full ritual? Yeah, we'll do a full ritual when people wake up to try and do the conversion. Cool. You know, our base is looking pretty nice. The wealth is probably getting pretty obnoxious, but you know, that's for later me to worry about. Okay, so pretty much everyone's awake now, so let's go over... Oh, actually, let's wait till these lessons are done. And then we'll have our conversion ritual. Regret in 1 minute incoming. It happens. Alright. Begin conversion ritual of Groot. Let's everyone pop in here. We'll try and do the conversion on them. It was effective. Slowly but surely, we're getting our last person switched over, and it'll be good. All right. Monument completed, and the pods have arrived. So, Ichi Tenma, jam that in your head. Illicit, haul that, and Groot's, haul this. Okay, so what? You got heat dump. Alright, that's fine. I don't think Ichi Tenma had a particularly good... I think he had rock skip or whatever as your first power. Oh no, word trust. That's what I've had this whole time? Come on, buddy. We're friends. Okay. So next turn, then Osco should well, next time we talk to him, Osco should be one of us. And once they get equipped with some clothing and all that, their very next order of business is going to be to huck them into the thing. So you're definitely going to be a melee pawn. And we'll deal with that. Alright, so before you do anything else, assignment. Osco, you have soldier as your setup, so you grab a shield belt and everything, scoot you all the way to the left. And we can go to your work schedule, get all that fixed. So you can grow stuff, craft and build. Let's double check the Neanderthals' limitations. Your slow study, yeah. So you have no penalties about crafting and all that. So that's all good. All right. So Q, draw. Who gets to be our durable one? Senjin Cookie. Awesome. And there's your shield belt. For right now, you're going to grab that steel club. That's pretty awful. But we'll do in the meantime is we'll make another uranium gladius for you. And also, how is your mood right now? Good. Jump into the machine. Get those genes extracted. Because what we'll want to do is slowly work on getting our supply of different genes in there. Get stuff like, we already have robust because I just bought it outright. But try and get some of those negatives, because one of the nice things about Neanderthals... Alright, so you're having a baby. So please go do that. Please do not collapse on your way to the hospital. It'll just inconvenience everyone. There you go. Meanwhile, poor Cookie has to sit back here in like the gene extracting machine where you can see like they're probably just like latched in there, pretty much having to witness a childbirth, and just like not even like they're the father, mother, you know, family member. They're just a random third party just being like, man, I don't want to be here. This is super awkward. Kids can carry weapons as long as their toddlers are older. So 3 years old and up, they can carry weapons in RimWorld. Okay, so what did we get? Aggressive. Do not auto-bank that. I hate that trait. Healthy baby. Cool, I got credit for 2 quests. So, healthy baby. We're just going to go ahead and go to feeding. It is urgent care for everyone else. Mom will not worry about it because that'll make it so they can have more babies sooner. And we get our next person in. You draw. Alright, so we have bio. And we always put in the nickname because that's just what shows. So 93 till infinity. That'll take me some. 93 till infinity. Okay. So 93 till infinity. So they'll take them to the nursery we've got built and do nursery things. Okay, meanwhile, social. So they're all in relationships and not yet. Not likely. Nope. And then children. All right. So it doesn't look like there's really... The only possibility would be Soul, Adams, and Cookie. But right now, because they were enemies previously, they're not big fans of each other. Why is every time we get plague or something bad, does it always target one of the children? Why do the children have to be the ones punished so much? Go to the hospital. Go to the hospital. Why are you just wandering? Go to bed. You have the plague. You literally have very specifically the plague. It was one thing where they're like, I'm gonna go get food. It's like, sure, go get food. That's important. Alright. So I don't have a lot of Glitter World left, but we'll see how we got this going. You are not winning currently against your plague. What is with the game with all the diseases? And Psychic Suppressor. You've got a Scyther and a Militar. So the Psychic Suppressor is going to hurt our tending even more. They did. I saw. Honestly, best medicine for anyone with plague. So many sick people. And simultaneously it dropped this. So it's not activated yet. So give it just a minute. We'll try and beat our plague before we activate. This is another one where my plan is basically going to be try to come to this side over here, drop the EMP right on that, hit the unstable power cord and deal with it, and we just... Oh, you're a Centipede Blaster? Alright. I don't think that really changes our strategy other than I want to try to get into melee. It's not my favorite. Centipede Blaster is not a good time. Oh, you know what we probably could do? Go over to this side, use this thing for cover. It's a shame it's already going to be sorted one way or the other by the time you're done here. Because unfortunately they're not going to be... Why are you starving? Why are you always starving? Feed them first. They have plague. If they have plague, they get to be priority about literally everything. Okay, so they don't have more Glitter World for us. You can take the aggressive trade. I don't want it. You don't have any books for me. I don't really have a whole lot of that. We could use the gold you've got. We'll give you the reinforced barrels for the time being. For the site T, I'll go ahead and give you 37 of that for now to help with the money. We can go ahead and give up a bunch of medicine for the time being. And we will take the gold. And I think that'll do for right now. Why are you not being treated, please? It's plague. Take it seriously. I understand the issue is I have one doctor who's terrible at their job. We need a second doctor. Oh, it's so terrible. Literally the next highest doctor is 2. So Itchy Tenma, treat Groots. Tend, feed. Tend, feed. Tend. Tend. Oh my goodness. Go back to sleep. Tend. Oh, you can't preach health them anyways. They're a child. You're probably not gonna make it because everyone's being dumb in this colony. Nope, Groot. No sleep. You're the only doctor. I don't see how that kid makes it. Are the kids likely to become a doctor? Yes. We do have multiple who we started that route. So the problem is, I would love to be able to preach health them, but I can't. Because they're an infant, they're ineligible. So you're gonna be fine. Yeah, put you back in regular medicine. You're just okay. You're losing, so Itchy Tenma. Breach Health Cure Liz. So yeah, so unfortunately the baby is not gonna make it. It's just too far down. That's just because they have one not good doctor trying to cover for everyone. Because we had a good doctor, but they died in our fight. Like, we went right to using Glitter World, it's just I missed the one. And we can't preach health them, so it's just too little. That's gonna be a lot of bad mood breaks. Yeah, there's not even close, it's like 10% behind. We lost 2 doctors? Yeah, no, we had a bad time. No, we have not seen a Mech Resurrection Serum. What are the priorities you have? Furniture, misc, sarcophagus. Oh, don't make it out of wood. We got better than that. Make it out of granite real fast. Do this. Pop a monster. Build that now. And you stop that in just a moment. We can bury the kid as fast as we can. Would you calm down, game? Alright, so Pop Monster staying out of this. The rest of you... No, sadly we haven't seen one this whole run. It's unlikely we'll get one, because usually a lot of the quests that you can get them for will expect you to caravan out, and just... in the way our base is set up, our ability to caravan is really, really done. Oh yeah, no, there's a previous run I actually got, I think it was like 2 or 3 mech resurrection serums. Alright, so assign to colonist, you, and bury them before they go bad. Witnessed a family member's death, among many other things, so illicit is going to be what we refer to as very upset. A little bit, entirely maximum levels of upset. So the issue we have with this over here is I need to come from this side and drop an EMP to shut this down. Because these are a problem. But that's going to spit out a centipede blaster, which is also dangerous. And it's one tile out of range of the... I'm busy. You literally have had less than like a day since the last thing you hit me with. What is with you right now, game? Did I do something to upset you? You have been just, really just event after event after event. Where are you? Okay, you're close. Yeah, technically we can friendly fire Sentient Cookie with just Darstrider. It'll probably be okay though, because it's far enough back that realistically Sentient Cookie, even if they get hit, it'll be like one ping off the shield. Be far more likely to run into problems with the rest of it. Alright, move in there. We'll go over here, structure a granite wall. Alright, so I need everyone to get patched up. But my hope is, once the rain calms down, we'll go for this. It's gonna be tough, because what I'm gonna want to do is drop the EMP on this nonsense and deal with that. And it's gonna be another one where we just blow the unstable power core to knock all this down. We'll probably want to prioritize shooting this, get our melee up here to keep the centipede offline. It's going to be a lot of things I got to keep shut down, because I still don't have a smoke grenade launcher, which is kind of on me, because that'd be the alternative, is have one person deal with EMPs for all this up here, and then smoke grenade launch these turrets out of the fight. And I don't think I can make one, right? Alright, Illicit NZ is going to have another baby. Cool. I need Sentient Cookie to recover relatively quickly, as best we can. Alright, so in this particular case... Infinite Ken Fuel or Vanometric Power? I'll accept that very soon. And meanwhile, Itchy 10 must become a temporary doctor. A really bad temporary doctor. Okay. Why did you leave that piled in there? Why is that not in the fridge? Oh, don't. Okay, we need to go through. And normal medicine. Normal. Assignment. Okay, everyone's back to normal. And you're all fine there. Give you a little bit of recreation. There we go. Do you have a preference between chem fuel reactor, vanometric power cell? Probably the vanometric, to be entirely honest. Chem fuel's not that hard to get a hold of in any meaningful amount. And having permanent power that you don't have to do a lot to maintain, like it just keeps going, is a pretty big win. Really nice if you could actually... Alright. So we need to go get soul atoms on the EMPs. I'm trying to wait out the rain, but pretty soon I gotta make my move. Because we got 2 days till that thing kicks off, like it or not, and once it's turned on and I'm not there, we're in a really bad way to begin with. I'm thinking I'm gonna position my people on this side. We're going to drop the EMP here. I'm going to stage one of my melee right here at the centipede blaster. Well, actually, it has to assemble them. Okay, so we could... Okay, actually, this isn't as bad as I thought. I forgot that's an assembler. It doesn't get one out instantly. There's a delay. So we can position ourselves down here, drop the EMP up there, keep ourselves out of range, and I will probably focus fire my people on these, keep our melee pawns ready to intercept them, but stay out of the range of the unstable power core. And I might just let my people try their best to shoot and see if they can't knock everything out, just in the very unlikely chance we can actually manage to keep things good. Okay. The weather's cleared up. This is going to be about as good of a chance we're going to get. Get up here. Get up here now. We got 1 day to do this. Let's do this. Itchy 10 muscle parasites can wait. Because if I try and wait for those to be treated, it'll just be... Theirs will finish, the next ones will finish, the next ones will finish. You get the idea. We'll just be in this endless rotation. Okay, so Soul Atoms is... Needs to go 1 step forward. Probably our best bet there. Okay. So, shields in the front. Everyone else grouped up back here. Alright. So what I need you to do is I need you to properly land that EMP, okay? That's not amazingly placed, but we're just gonna have to go with it. Oh, you did get out and you went into the range of the unstable power core, so it can't really prevent you from firing. Huskies, you're probably dying today. I really hate to say this. Shoot the militaire. Okay, don't shoot the centipede yet. Don't worry about it. Let it keep closing the range. I'm hoping... Please. Please, the unstable power core. Alright. That's good. Okay, crisis averted. So Soul Atoms, you keep the EMPs on them. You all get ready to reposition so you don't shoot the living crap out of our melee people. Okay, that isn't the worst. So Groot's twig is hurt, just bruises. Okay, you can go home and grab the guns because you're not gonna be able to do anything up here now. All right. So that was definitely not the greatest fight. You two get out of here. So you took some hits. So you did take a hit to the leg. That's fine. And you all shoot the thing that's going to spit out more centipedes. And now this psychic suppressor. So the good news is that does give us a mood bonus for defeating it. And then also we can go to Ichi Tenma. We cannot have you reassure them yet. Alright, so they grab the components and they're out of there. That's fine for now. Alright. Let's see, is there a mod that adds a satchel charges to the game? Oh, I'm sure there is. There's mods that add all sorts of exotic things. Psychic withdrawal, that's fine. That's not fine, you're our doctor. Who else wants to be a doctor temporarily? Okay, Pava Monster's already... Okay, Ichi Tenma? You go treat Pava Monster. Guess what, Pava Monster? You're a doctor now. Wait, did you run away? That's fine. Go to bed. Treat them. I need you to eat something, then go to bed. And there should be more... Because they only sold some of it. We still had like 30. You know what? That's fine. Sleep it off on the floor. It's okay. Yeah, because it's just a bruise and all that. Okay. Meanwhile, Pava Monster's in here not getting treated. Well, actually, no, they did get treated. Groot's is not getting treated because they're sleeping on the floor. Was Groot's really upset by the children having recreation time? Yeah, that's because of their ideology. It's one of the ideology settings I really don't like. That's because Groot's is the odd one out, that they're a different ideology than the rest of the colony. Okay, so that should help Illicit not have lots of problems. What's going on with Careless? Are you assigned to animals? Yeah, so take you off animals because they're now taking up too much time that we're falling behind on food. Soul Atoms is also running into problems. Just keeping up with food. So 10 to them. I need to get them past their muscle parasites and all of this stuff. Yeah, so they've got their drug addiction sorted. Medical treatment needed on you, because muscle parasites forever. Oh, you're assigned to do that. Oh, we already got our extra power online. Okay, so with that, we're gonna go zone, clear home zone. Don't do anything that is outside of this area.
Take a sip. What's the worst that could happen?
Alright. But yeah. No, it's just a thing in RimWorld. There's like people out in the real world who feel like kids need to be busy, like, you know, working, that kind of thing, and they have an ideology option that kind of aligns with that. It's not something I agree with. It's just Groot's Twig is like the one person out with their own ideology. We're working on getting them converted, but we haven't gotten there yet. Alright. Medical treatment needed on multiple people. Always and forever. Where is everyone with people who can be a doctor? You can be a doctor, you can be a doctor, and you can be a doctor. Oh, we gotta get this doctor thing sorted. We had doctors, but they died in a pretty rough fight. And we've been just limping along with Groot's Twig, you know, cosplaying as a doctor on the weekends. And just hoping it would work out. And then weirdly, we've had a lot of disease recently. 6x15, do I have room for that, though? Because it keeps eating up our growing area. Like, we definitely need to expand our territory if we're going to keep doing these things. Unless, are you done? Okay, you're done. So with that in mind, deconstruct this. Floors, remove this. You have 38 days, you have 16 days. We can get rid of that, and we can get the new one and put it there. Hey, Diaz, how's it going? Just books left absolutely everywhere. Exotic trade ship? Okay. So let's see here. You have gene packs. We already have awful crafting, so that doesn't do us any good. We already have robust. Susceptible is weak immunity, so we can make them get sick easier and burn easier. No thank you. Beards and blue skins doesn't do anything functionally. It's just purely cosmetic. We can have a bunch of good books. Well, here's one thing. So we had earlier that people said you couldn't get past, like, a certain level of tech. The cryo sleep caskets are a higher end tech, so you can absolutely get higher end tech with the books. Cooking to 8, melee to 10. So as much as I'd like all these things, do you even have anything you'll take from me? 43. Alright. So I'm going to have to give up an alpaca, which is totally fine by me. Cool, so we're getting some books. Haul. 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 And haul. So every chance we can, the library must grow. Okay, so you finished the Gladius. So that means Sentient Cookie can upgrade from a terrible club to an actually good Gladius. So is everyone up and actually back into some reasonable semblance of order? Oh, we've almost got the throne done. We won't assign it yet because until we get the throne room done, they'll be penalized. Why are you always starving? I don't really understand why Illicit Enzi is always starving. Because Ben, like, after they have a kid, before they have a kid, just always just needs food. Because it's not like they're the odd one out so far as being a This is true, but even then it's just like perpetually always seeing the such and such is starving. It's just like, but really? Please. Go ahead and take these junk weapons out of here. Go ahead and take that out of here. Take our worn clothes out of here. And honestly, stop there. I kind of just need the money. All right. I mean, the big thing is that we always have food, and I'm like, just go get it. It's right there. Just go get your food. Like, don't wait till you're starving. You're allowed to eat. It's fine. It's cool. You got extra hungries? Go get the nums. Like, nobody's stopping you. Alright, so we've got the drug lab to build. I'll build it out of steel. And that's the only one we care about here. Furniture. I'll take care of that. And just like that, the throne is about to be done. And is a masterwork quality throne. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so you would get the higher titles. So you, if I was to do that, so your throne room requires 6 columns. Okay. So we can go to structure, granite. Actually do it like that. I know it said 6 and I'm putting 8, but that's fine. And just like that, the colony's value has skyrocketed. Uh-huh. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. You probably won't see it till the tick passes, but the value of the colony went up how much in that moment? About 5,000 bucks. That's definitely not nothing. That's like a masterwork weapon. Like a good masterwork weapon, like a you know, assault rifle or machine gun or something masterwork. Medical treatment needed for your muscle parasites that are permanent. They're a chronic condition with the quality of our doctors. The good news is our doctors are very slowly getting better. And you're starving again. Per the usual. Okay, so there's Groot's Twig. Convert them. We need to get that handled. Alright, luckily two more conversions like that would do it, or one with, you know, someone else having a random chance minor attempt to convert would also do it. All right. Eventually we'll get those all cured. All right. So a quest. Right, so we do want to do this quest. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. We've got, like, this is our last day. I was hoping they would get that torn down. At least it's doctoring experience. Yeah, the problem is Pava Monster and Groots are the ones who do construction right now. And they're also dealing with all of this crap. So it has massively just diminished our ability to do construction. Doesn't help that I also put down these columns, but they're almost done. But we should be able to knock this out. I'll have to make it out of granite this time because we're running out of all the other blocks, but I don't really care. Like, when you do these, like, cave bases, running out of stone is not a big concern. It's honestly figuring out what to do with the stone to get rid of it is more a realistic thing you're dealing with. Oh, I still have the hoop ring in here? We can get rid of that, because that is the same recreation type as the pool table. Alright, we'll do it. Wait, that's a different one. What? Oh, that's a construction, that's a toxic. Yeah, so we'll do the toxic now. That's fine. And then the construction. I could become their ally or get a bionic arm. I don't think we need a bionic arm right now. We're kind of good. So I'm going to get the allied person, because then that'll come to our aid. Okay. So I'll go ahead and install that. We'll just have to wait, it'll go up there. The waste packs have arrived. That is a perfect place for them. They live there. Don't move them. Meanwhile, go ahead and haul those home.
Thank you, Crass, for subscribing for 22 months. 22 months. Yas, queens and kings. Rules hyperave, rules hyperave, rules hyperave, rules hyperave, rules hyperave, and I'll keep it like this time. You're welcome.
Thank you, Grace, for the 22 months. You've been subbed to the channel with the tier 1 sub dropping in. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. It means a whole heck of a lot that you'd support the channel this month. I hope you enjoy your advertisement-free viewing as well as access to the emote. And good to see you, the Bacon Dragon. If I can get a shout out for the Bacon Dragon, please. Another content creator on the platform. What have you been playing lately? Alright, where do we want to put the Vanometric? You know, the Vanometric power would fit right here, and that would probably be good. Actually, put it on this side. Yeah, because we just shove that right there. We can go power. And we don't have the walls smooth, but we can make this work by going hidden power conduit and like that. And we'll run it straight through to make a redundant power signal. Cool. Alright, so we got the toxic stuff going on. We need to tear down this building. Wanderer joins Alex. They're going to join, but they're unwilling to go away. Penetration testing, Cyber Red Team Simulator Labs is what you're playing. Interesting. So who is the person who joined us, and are they being convicted? A body purist who is psychically deaf with great memory. I can work with that. It's not my favorite, but I can work with that. We will need another Gladius, because you seem like someone I should make a melee pawn. Yeah, no, it certainly could be worse. Yeah, so you're gonna have a -10 because they have the hand talon there. That is just kind of what it is. Alright, take you off all of this. So you art and you research. That's what you do here. When you don't have those, you help mine. If an ideology likes modifications, how does it interact with Body Purist? I believe Body Purist still takes effect. So you still get the mood penalty, I believe. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this, which is Q draw. So who is going to be the person who arrived who is just really angry with themselves? Bong spill. There we go. So you wake up in the morning and you just get mad. Pods arrived. So Rep has contact. So the two refugees we helped, they gave us prestige recon armor, which is going to be great for our melee pawns, or anyone, honestly. Go ahead and haul that into the room just so it doesn't rot out there. Let's also have you install that thing right away, just so that it doesn't get stolen. Did do some ranked Fortnite though? Helldivers and Shrouded Wizards and Gun. Gotcha, those are all excellent games. But yeah, if any of that sounds good, you can find it over there with the Bacon Dragon. Oh good, muscle parasites for life. I really need them to finish tearing this down so that I can immediately go in and, you know, deconstruct that real fast. There we go. So I should be able to finish taking down that wall. And then we can get the next one put up. We're just going to leave that flooring there and just see. So the flooring is sandstone tile. So we'll make sure this flooring stays sandstone tile. Then we should be okay. Alright, so that still has more time. This can be torn down. It's done. Floors, remove the floor. Okay, we've got that placed, so let's get this put into position. Okay, fabrication is done. Alright, so immediately go to advanced fabrication. Alright, so they're already putting that in place, that's good. So now I need to find a place to put the fabricator. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to reinstall the drug lab here. We're going to go ahead and move that here, and then the fabricator will go over there. Okay, so walls, granite, doors, honestly wood's fine, tables, wood's fine, and sandstone tiles. Okay, so let them work with that. Forced weather. Extravagant building failed. But that, it said it was done. Oh, this one failed. No, I'm so confused. Which one was not? So it was the 8x16 one. It was one of these, I believe this one. Yeah, because I clicked on it, and it didn't seem to be done. At this point, we've already failed it, so tear it down. I got the prize. I don't really care about the penalty. Because what was the penalty? Yeah, because not a forced weather machine I need to caravan to. It's just we got hit with foggy rain, so we can't undo it. It's whatever. Honestly, with some of those, I'd probably be okay for just ditching that. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, this is what I was doing. I must have clicked, like, on the table or whatever, or, like, on the column and thought I had clicked on the room. There's got to be more careful about it, is all. Alright, we can go ahead and go to furniture, lights. Just so we could actually see inside the kill box a little, even though it doesn't really matter that much. Someday we'll get over your muscle parasites and we can move on with our lives. Because that's part of what's hurting us, is just our construction people like running back and forth constantly. She-Wolf needs their muscle parasites dealt with. That's fine. At least it was just forced weather for a little while. It could have been way worse. It could have been one of those ones where it's like, I'll drop a 3x mech cluster on you. Yeah, so it is 7 days, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Well, they are doing a good job at whittling Groots down. Yeah, so now we have the extra researcher. Okay, cool. They got that all sorted. So, production. High-tech, that's not what I'm looking for. Fabrication bench. And go furniture, chair. Because then we'll be able to make components and all that. We should have everything we need for you. Yeah, we got everything we need for that. Blight on our rice plants. So cut those. And turn those back down. So we're good there. Okay, so what? Oh, so we finished making our gladiuses, so now you can go and get yourself something other than a gladius. Or sorry, something other than a knife. Do you have a shield belt yet, or did we not make another one yet? There's 50-50 on which it is. You do not have a shield belt yet. Which is being actively worked on. Blight doesn't seem as common as it used to be. I've had some weird stuff. They've definitely made some adjustments to the deciding what events to hit you with. That said, I've not really seen consistency with it. Because they've also been getting like what feels like double raids where a raid will happen and within seconds a raid will happen. But it's not like I've chosen a quest. Am I excited for Path of Exile? I would be, but I don't know when I'm going to have time to play it. Is the problem I run into. With the content creation stuff and all that, I don't have time outside of stream to play, and it is a game I've played in the channel many times. It does, like, absolutely terribly every time. So I love the game and all that, but I just don't know when I'm going to get a chance. Like, the last League, I barely touched it because I just didn't have the time. Like, I played a couple days off stream and all that. I don't even know if I got to maps. I just don't have the time around it, unfortunately. That is like one of the big bummers with the League setup with Path of Exile. Is just very genuinely, if you don't have a lot of free time, you play Path of Exile or you don't. There's no middle ground. Which is a bummer, because for the most part, I've only missed like 1 or 2 leagues since I started playing until I started doing content creation. But it is what it is. I haven't genuinely kept up with this league at all of what's been going on, mostly because I know I'm not going to be able to have time to play. And so I'm just going to kind of get disappointed if it's exciting because, you know, I'll get hyped about it. Yeah, no, I did see that supposedly there's a new end game. I don't know, I would love to find time. Oh, it's nothing about that. It's just genuinely they don't enjoy ARPGs kind of thing. So it's not they don't know what a good or bad ARPG is. It's just ARPGs is not their thing, which is totally fair. Especially since when you look at the type of content I play on the channel, other than Path of Exile, I basically don't really play ARPGs at all. It's also very counter to the pacing of almost all the other games I play on the channel. It's much faster paced, much more frenetic, that kind of thing. It can be important to make time to enjoy the things you like. Well, to be fair, like there's lots of things I enjoy doing and playing and all that I do make time for. The problem with Path of Exile, very specifically and individually, is that Path of Exile is one of those games that if you're going to play in a league, you need to be ready to throw some real hours into it, or don't bother. Like there's not really a middle ground of like playing a little bit. You either play a lot bit or you don't play. Because otherwise you're just going to get frustrated because you're not going to get what you want done and all that kind of thing. So it is that kind of an issue. Because a league is like 3-4 months, and you know, it takes somewhere in the area of, like, for a player like me, like, somewhere in the area of, like, 8 hours to get to the end game if I, like, really go for it. And all that. You'd say you'd say Diablo 4 is more complex? I had heard the opposite. Like, not that one is better, because it's usually Diablo 4 or the Diablo series. When I say simplified, again, don't mean that in a bad way. It's they've targeted the audience where they try to be more accessible, versus, Path of Exile can be very difficult to access. Paragon Tree is the normal skill tree. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. You know, Path of Exile, like that's the pro and the con is because all that complexity, the amount of shenanigans you can get up to with it is absolutely astronomical. But the other downside is because of all the complexity, it makes it way harder for people to get into. Which is, again, a pro and a con. It's not inherently bad, it's not inherently good, it is a decision. Even though you haven't already picked up the floor. I need to cut back in how much of the die we're doing, so let's go ahead and go like this. Yeah, I can't do it till the floor is pulled up. I was hoping I could zone it and it just wouldn't work until the floor was moving. Okay. So we've got transport pods being dropped everywhere. So let's drop everyone back here to rally them. Are any of them dropping inside of a perimeter? No. They did drop outside of a perimeter, so that's excellent. So, Bong Spill does not have a shield belt yet, but they do have good armor. So you go here, you go here. You take point in the middle. Soul Adam's here. You there. You there. You there. So basically putting the kids on the back lines. No, it's stuff. Oh, we have Itchy Tenma. There's so many friends that I jokingly call cowards because they're waiting for PoE2 to get, because they think of what's involved in PoE1. To be fair, the first time I did play Path of Exile, don't be their dog. Why are you committing suicide, dog? Why are you choosing to die right now? Because unfortunately I cannot command the dog directly. Why are you hurt? Oh, why are you out there? No. Alright, new plan. Just get there as fast as you can. Never mind. So they straight up murdered Kira Liz. I didn't realize Kira Liz was outside the perimeter. That's our cook. I was all like, we're in position, we're good. Okay, the dog's being, you know, not the smartest, but you know, whatever. The dogs will do that. We can just deal with that later. Alright. Well, I don't actually want to keep you as a column, like... Okay. That sucks. Alright, so it is time to build another one of these. So are you good for a minute? Yeah, so you start building that right away. Meanwhile, are you hurt real bad? No? Capture that one. And... so we've got Pop Monster set up to do that. Ichi Tenma. We can go down here, and that's a prison now. I don't intend to keep them, but they're not going to get to leave. We got a bolt action. We got EMP grenades. Alright, so haul that. Actually, change plans. Equip that bolt action, because it's better than what you've got. And haul that. And then we need to get Kira Liz in the freezer. Make sure to save your dog. Yes. So rescue the dog. Okay, so you're already building it. Alright, we got a shaman. Alright, so the downside is that means our only cook died. And Jaywalker's figuring that out. But Jaywalker just became our cook, which really is a big problem because they're not a good cook and they're a child, so they don't have a full cooking schedule and all that. So that really hurts us. Why were you out there, by the way? Because you had animals deprioritized. Oh, crap. They did yell. Is there any... how many animals are still mad? Just the one raccoon? Get here. Get here. Intercept the raccoon. Keep running, Jaywalker. Help is on the way, but I need you to stay in there long enough for it to get there. Okay. those muscle parasites are absolutely killing me right to build stuff. In the meantime, let's go here. Zone. Corpses. Human-like. No slaves. No strangers. And you go ahead and haul Kirill's home so they don't rot out in the rain. And you're tending to them. You're tending to them. That's all of our doctors currently occupied, correct? Yeah, because you're building the coffin, you're doing that, you're doing that. There, you're taking care of the dog. Okay, cool. That's what I wanted to make sure, is make sure someone was taking care of the dog. Because I hate to break it to all of you, you're going to be getting put in the thing to get genes, and you're not going to be allowed to leave. You killed one of our good colonists. Someone I really wanted to stay around, so... Alright, you are going to put on clothes, so instead you're not going to do that. We assigned you to cure Liz. Okay, so you're assigned. So I'm like already doing it? Why can I not? You're assigned to cure Liz. Try this again. So you're assigned. I don't understand. There we go. Okay. Because I need you to get buried before one of the dogs tries to eat you or something. Because they will absolutely do it. Alright. So with that, gene extractor, insert person, put in the prisoners. I really lost 2 kids and 2 dogs ate them? Yeah. Oh, we want someone to respond to that. Well, here's hoping we get some mech resurrection serum in our future. I don't anticipate it. It's pretty rare, but you know, I definitely go for it. Alright, so we got a ton of books. Nothing new with the gene stuff that they want. You can take all of the wake up. That's fine. You're low on medicine. Got a lot to do. Alright. Oh, you collapsed from exhaustion. And you're starving. Please eat something. Who's in the air grave? The baby who died of plague. That we basically started out, immediately got plague, and just with no meaningful doctor, and our other doctor having all sorts of, like, the one okay-ish doctor having so many health problems they just couldn't quite pull it off. And I couldn't do anything like the shout health or anything like that because they don't technically have an ideology as a baby. All right. So we do have the other shield belt ready. So you should be able to put that on a moment. You're assigned to soldier, right? Hey, Emily, how's it going? And we have your... Okay, so soldier. So that way you actually go and put on the shield belt. Alright, so that's up. We'll do another ceremony, not for a little bit. And we're waiting for you to be switched. I'm willing to wake up to make that happen. Okay, so Groot's Twig's ideology changed now. I want the highlights to go away so we can actually click on my people to see what our situation is. Yeah, so it's Pava Monster who's the one who's dealing with all sorts of stuff. The good news is at least they have enough mood positives that's kind of keeping the negatives under control. It's definitely not good. So Soul Atoms. Oh, 100% chance of romancing Cookie? Yep. Absolutely all day, every day. Congratulations, we got a new couple in the colony. The social. Try for baby. And what is Cookie's favorite color now? It's like a deep purple. And Soul Atoms is a somewhat lighter purple. Okay, we can deal with that. So now what I'll do is I'll actually use the dye on the carpet. So paint floor, deepest purple. Pollution pests. I'll deal with that in just a moment. I guess what I need to do is make the outer part. Ah, I see. So I can't actually change the color of carpet. That's pretty lame. Okay. They're properly kitted for war. Animals. Stay inside. Why are you not going for medical treatment? Alright, so you three up here. I'm gonna have to bring the kids in on this one, I think. Okay, so here's the plan. So, Illicit over here. Itchy Tenma there. Soul Atoms in the middle. Earneck here. Groot's over there. She-Wolf there. Jaywalker there. Darth here. And all three of you should have shield belts now. So just scatter to try and draw fire. Hey, FG, how's it going? We are definitely not having a rough go of it so far as we just lost our only proper cook. And just general nonsense. It's definitely suffered some losses. Just having some coffee. But for those who don't know FG, absolutely fantastic content creator on the platform. Someone I highly recommend checking out. Also plays... Why can I not move up? Also plays a decent amount of RimWorld and all that good stuff. So if you enjoy RimWorld, I see no reason why you wouldn't want to, check them out as well. All right, reposition you two so you don't get all caught in that nonsense. Come on. Why are you made of invincibility? But yeah, so... You know, so definitely check them out, drop the follow, all that good stuff. Alright, so this is not ideal, because if Sentry Cookie drops off them, they're going to start blasting across our lines. I think that's going to just have to be okay. Because Sentry Cookie standing in that pollution is a problem. So you scooch over here, make room for Enoch. Enoch can move down there. Okay, so with that, we're adding a couple more prisoners to be fed into the machine. All right, so how are our injuries? We got some bruises. That's basically it. So grab you. Go get yourself an upgrade. Well, actually, oh, that's the bio-coded one. Got tons of weapon laying around here. There we go. There's the upgrade you've been waiting for. Go get that upgrade. Bolt action. Apparently we're losing frame rate for some reason. Stop with the smoke. I think the smoke's killing my frame rate. All right. 3M frames are back. Yeah, it is weird. I gotta check. There's gotta be some process that's running on the background of my computer that's causing troubles. Okay, so are you being bandaged? Yes. Want to make sure the prisoners survive this, because we'd be pretty unhappy with where this takes them. Cool. So we will set all these prisoners right now for convert. I probably am not keeping any of them, but don't worry about it. Let's see what they are, just in case. Underground or Meanderous? No. Night Owl is fine, but they're only good at combat and nothing else. So I don't actually want to deal with that. Meanderous? No thank you. Careful Shooter's fine. Ducks join. So hear me out. No, they didn't. All right. No, you didn't make it. Such a shame. Such a shame. Don't you hate it when that happens? Why is everyone beating up the doctors? Can we please just leave the doctors alone? Can we treat the doctors? Alright, someone needs to actually make this happen now. So, let's work on collecting more science. Yeah, I realize I have the passion for that. The thing is, they're a waster. Yeah, you've got a passion for cooking and zero cooking. I probably am not going to take the time to train that up. Instead, we're going to do genetics. If your gene edit waster, doesn't it overwrite? Yes. But we don't have any genes to overwrite it yet. And do you have cooking books? Yeah, but that's the thing. We're still in the very early phases of our gene science. So unfortunately, I just don't have what I need to overwrite much of anything. How are we doing with power? We're doing amazingly. So for right now, I don't want to deal with them. I already got one person with aggressive that I need to fix. And unfortunately, the only one who can get me what I need to get rid of it is a genie, and we don't have one. Or I have to manage to trade for it. Because if we get a dead calm, it overwrites aggressive. And so for these other ones who are not good people, we're just doing a little science. Don't worry about it. Oh, schedule, unrestrict them. They can go back out. Okay, you're back up. You are not smoking flake. Excuse me, that's gonna be a solid no. Alright, so what did you get out of there? Where did it go? Don't you hate it when you actually do that? Where? Psychically dull? Yeah, I can work with that. That can go in the machine. Psychically dull isn't the worst. I believe it technically counts as a negative, too. Yeah, so the problem is you're only part-time cook because you're a kid, which is gonna be a problem. We're gonna try and make it work, but not really having high hopes for it. I need you to finish the party so I can bank that and then immediately put you back in the machine. Soul Adams is having a baby. Major break risk, that's not a surprise. Why are you out here? Oh, because we have plasteel out here that's been drugged back. So that's the reason you keep running on the other side of everything, is the plasteel. Because they don't have a dedicated hauling person recovering it. I see. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to worry about making these favorite colors anymore. We're just going to put random colors in here. Oh, I can't because they're not smoothed out. Just because of the whole fact that I cannot dye the rugs and I've already started them. We're just going to put a bunch of exotic colors in there. Why are you not sleeping or eating? Because you stopped, and you went back for more. Extracted gene sleepy. I doubt we'll use that. But we'll bank it just in case. Ah, would you look at that? There was an accident, something happened, and, you know. That's the thing, is Cookie... Oh, Cookie doesn't have stuff set up. Also, can we get... you to process... Never do hauling. Can we get you to process some bodies for a minute? So we don't have a body in the hospital with Cookie? Yeah, no, Cookie is a Neanderthal. Would you please get the body out of there? I do wish you could choose to go here and choose to cremate through that menu. Because, like, you're running all the way outside of the base to go get people. And I have a body inside the hospital right now. Okay, so no more foggy rain. Sometimes people use Neanderthal as an insult. To insult someone's intelligence kind of thing. Basically to call someone, like, a brooder. Why are you going all the way up here? What do I have in my order of operations? Do I have, like, rotten bodies first? Yes. That is exactly what we have the problem with. Let's bump that up. That's the issue. It's the order of operations. You don't hear it nowadays very much, but it is something that... Maybe range limit it? I could, but I do want them to process the bodies just in general when they have time. Finally, the one with Cookie. And we got poor social. I can work with that. That's not the worst. Oh, you can go to bed. So go ahead and you won't haul, so never mind. So next candidate for the machine is you. So bank that. And then prioritize putting the people in the extractor. Because we'll get as much in there as possible, and then we'll start worrying about genetically altering people. Now, the downside is I believe poor social will actually cause more social fights, if I remember correctly. And who is making that illicit? That's fine. Let's see, does having two xenotypes have kids work? Does it pick one, or do they get a mix of things? I believe it prioritizes one, if I remember correctly. I can't remember if it's the mom or the dad, but one of them gets prioritized. If I like, that's what I believe. When you have two different ones that have them that pass forward. You look at the genes of Soul's baby. Soul Adams. The problem is Soul Adams is a baseliner, but we can check. Yeah, no, it actually looks like gonna be a Neanderthal. From the looks of it. Muscle parasites forever. Okay. So what do we get next? So I found steel way out in the middle of nowhere. Rejected proposal. Okay, so Sentient Cookie attempted to get married to Soul Adams, got shut down, but they are still a couple for the moment. Furry Tail and Roar Voice. I don't actually want that set. It's not a bad one. Oh, put you back in. Because Roar Voice has a distance to it, and it's got a pretty high cost. Is the reason I don't want to go for it. Yeah, because we remember with Oh. Roar voice. I thought that was the power. It's the power, right? This is the animal like roaring voice. I thought roar voice is the one that in a radius around you, it would make the animals go wild. All right, so we got 5 refugees. No kids among them, so they're gonna drop all their weapons. For once, please have a cook. Because that would help in the interim. You know what? Honestly, I can live with that. You're not good cooks, but you know what? When you have problems, you lower your standards. Sometimes you just gotta lower your standards, that's all. That'll do. So you're going to primarily mine and help out with that as we need. You will help out in that. You're just going to haul in all that. Relationship, we got someone there. Conversion, Ionek has converted one of the prisoners. Congratulations on that. The refugees here, they're all fine. Okay. It's okay, Dark Pop. You'll get your turn in the machine too. Don't you worry. I should have definitely taken that Tox pack off you. Oh, here. Actually. Give me your flak equipment and all that. Oh no. Oh, first skin. I'm pretty sure first skin has no status effect. It's just... Oh, I take that back. It does give a very, very mild benefit to the heat, but at the disadvantage of you're way less likely to romance. So yeah, that's not what we're going to keep. Alright, would you look at that? We've got an opening. Hey. Pierce is offered to join immediately. A tough, careful shooter psychopath who is incapable of caring, artistic, social, or intellectual. So it was Pierce? So he could have you as a crafter. I don't like you having psychopath though, because psychopath does tend to lead... It does tend to lead them to having a lot more social fights. Alright, well... We'll deal with that. I think we bring them along. Yes. So you're one of us now. Go grab a ranged weapon because I don't need more short-ranged weapons. Yeah, no, Psychopath does have benefits. I know a lot of people actually really like the trait. I'm not one of them, honestly. But all that said, I can work with it. Because you can be our new cook, and then you can help out with crafting when you're not busy cooking. Alright, so in the meantime, let's go ahead and pop in here and get you named. Alright, so that'll be Draconic. And there you go. So you've got yourself a weapon. And all that good stuff. That also does mean if they do betray us, there's somewhat better odds. Meanwhile... I'll let you keep doing what you're doing. Oh, we're already dealing with it. Yeah, we've got someone who's already operating that. Cool. It's good actually having some more people dedicated to hauling around here, getting stuff done. What do you have on your back? What gear do you have? Oh, smoke pop. That's fine. You know, I hope the new pack maybe has trait development. It kind of made sense with the themes. So when you say trait development, like they gain or lose traits? Because I know there's been mods that have added that. And then I also know it would be interesting to have more opportunities for that kind of thing. Because normally the only ways you can get, like, you can't really get anything that changes mods past the start. You need to be back for colonists, and back for colonists, and back for colonists, because you got people sleeping on the ground. And don't worry, we'll have another room freeing up soon. Minor break risk on you. Right. Begin conversion ritual. Yes, we can do that for Bong Spill. So attempt to convert Bong Spill over. Pretty good, knocked him down to 33%. We extracted poor cooking. That's a win in my book. So we're gonna go ahead and put you right back in. Cool. Because that means all the people who aren't cooks, that's a freebie for a negative. I'd really like Kramer here to join us. Oh, jealous? Ah, you're so terrible. Like, jealous and Sloaner. I want the genie, because the genie has a lot of stuff for xenotypes I want. But a jealous slow learner, it's really a hard sell. Like, jealous alone is quite often a deal breaker for a pawn. You gotta really offer a lot for me to be willing to, you know, take on jealous. Because that means I gotta get you, like, the nicest room of the whole place and everything. Royal Tribute Collector, that's fine. Can you not put refugees in the gene machine? No, you can't. It won't let you. Is one a doctor? Blitz is an okay doctor. Great memory, annoying voice, delicate, and not a genie. Oh no. Tox immune. You know what? I'll let them bank that. Okay, so let's see what nonsense we can get up with our mad science. So, we got a couple of negatives we can get on here. We've got very fast, and we got robust. And actually, consider psychically dull a thing. So let's consider. So Pava Monster will be a first one. Pava Monster just does construction, shooting, and melee. Every other skill is forfeit. So we're going to design or make a Pava Monster gene stuff. So with that, you're not going to craft, you're not going to social, you're not going to cook, and you're psychically dull as your friend. You can be a fast runner and robust. So if I do all of that, we would have a very high frequency of that. I can just leave it like this, which is what I think we're going to do. Which is, you're going to have all those negatives, but be real fast. Cool. That'll be the Pava Monster one. But we are going to be doing a lot of genetic science on people. It'll be great. Nothing will go wrong with it. Okay, and who was the one who we brought in? Was it Bongspill? Yeah, so Bongspill is the body purist who showed up with the talon things and all that. So if we do any genetic alterations on Bongspill, we're gonna want to give them happy. You can edit genes as much as you would like. To a certain degree, yes. There is some limitations you have to work around. Illicit NZ is starving again. Per the always. Wait, aren't you? Yeah, you're queued up for your operation. Alright. So, the next candidate's probably going to be Illicit NZ. So, Illicit crafts. So, does research, crafting, mining, and shooting. So, what can we give Illicit? So, we do not give them crafting. The poor social and cooking, those are fine. Psychically dull is fine. So if we were to go for very fast, then they would eat a lot more food. I can make them robust. We can do the elongated fingers in the meantime. So we could basically cut down the amount they eat really, really low. I think that's what we'll do for Illicit. Because that'll help with their ability to craft stuff. What does Sleepy do? It makes them need to sleep more. No Boom Rat. We've done Boom Rat meads. No Boom Rat. We don't need the Boom Rat. Join offer on Blitz. Annoying voice, great memory, delicate. And they are plants, construction, medical. I'm going to take it because we desperately need a doctor. Go grab that bolt action. Alright, and Q draw. The Marcos, please. Named. Okay, so with that, we could start adding our considerations. Honestly, I'll just leave you the way I've got you set. So you'll help with growing. You could spot with construction as well. And all that good stuff. So the colony is actually growing a lot today. Okay, so Illicit will want this. And we're going to see who's going to be next. So we have Itchy Tenma. Itchy Tenma we're probably going to hold off on because the psychologically suppressed kind of thing, or dull, Itchy Tenma's not going to want. So we're going to go over to Soul Adams, who is pregnant, so let's not mess with that right now. Alright, so we've got Ionek, who is plants, mining, shooting, social, and intellectual. So this will be for Ionek, so we leave the social alone. Cooking and crafting and psychically dull are on the table. Let's look at Ionek again. Plants, artistic, social, intellectual. I can't really do much with that because we can go with the poor cooking, poor crafting. That's fine. Psychically dull, so that's 4. We go robust, elongated fingers. I think that's what we'll do. We don't want to have too many knocked down from doing our mad genetic science and all that at a time. So we'll work on them next. I do wonder, so with Bong Spill already having a hand talon, if I turn around and also, I think they just stay with Body Pure Squeamish. I don't think it like compounds to add another thing. But hey, Mark and Chibi, how's it going? Oh, sorry, I don't have my command set up to be smart enough to be able to let you set alternate names. It's not that I've deliberately chose not to do that or anything, it's just not been set up for it. Alright, so how much longer? So you'll be down for about 2 days on both of you, so we'll wait for that before we get the next one going. In the meantime, let's go to the next person on the list, which will be Groots. Construction, mining, shooting. So for construction, mining, shooting on Groots, we can say no, 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 no. That'll be good for a doctor. And you'll just have a huge reduction in how much you eat. Outlaw encampment. Unfortunately, with the encampments, where we're at in the map, our caravanning ability sucks. It's all mountains. So yeah. Ah, I got you. Sick family. That's never fun. Alright, so we are gradually getting everyone brought over. You still have your muscle parasites. I'm so sorry. We're getting doctors. We're slowly improving. Alright, so we got another one's set up. So you're crafting, cooking, and mining. We'll wait, because I'll lose track. So I've got two xenogerms now, one for Ionek and one for Groots. And we'll hold there. We got more food poisoning going around. There'll be a little bit of that since our cook died. Okay, you're good, you're good. Nope. Nope. Really low odds. Nope. Okay. And we'll work on all of that. So our library is definitely building up in books. We probably got about 5 or 6 full shelves worth of books now. You're very specifically hoping to get a draw on Soul's kid's name and get her named or a kid Kira Jr. If it happens, I will honor that, absolutely. Alright. Yeah, so they should be up relatively soon. Alright, so get the next one lined up. So, Bonin was ENX. Just double check, make sure I'm getting the right one. Crafting, cooking, and all that. Double check you. Cool, we got the right one. And then Groots is this one. And the Draconic is, again, crafting, cooking, mining, and all that. That'll be hard to work with, but that's fine. So we could do Poor Social, Psychically Dull, and it'll give you elongated fingers. And so that'll be for Draconic. Everyone's gonna have, like, bad social in here, which is going to cause us problems. But, you know, we make bad decisions sometimes. Okay. So Mechanoid Cluster. So what do we got this time? So a Lancer, a Scyther, a Militar, and 2 auto turrets. They have both a time and a proximity sensor. They're spaced out enough I can't realistically EMP both guns at the same time either. So for the time being, let's just assign everyone to stay inside the base. Extreme break risk on nose. What is your deal? Why are you walking around malnourished and not sleeping? Oh, probably just food poisoning. Honestly, I might leave that one alone. That mech cluster might be our new neighbors. Corpse obsession. Don't you dare. It's pretty messed up, not gonna lie. Gonna say, that right there, really messed up. Okay, so we got another one of those. Cold snap. We haven't had one of these the whole time. Okay, I can live with that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that position is pretty good for, like, this whole area of the map getting hit by it. Okay, social, so support social, psychically dull. I think that's for draconic? No. Or social, psychically dull, elongated fingers. So you can't social. Yeah. So we'll wait on doing that one. And so Marco is medical, plants, construction, and shooting. So you can go here, and so that means that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Elongated fingers. Let's double check that. Make sure I'm not messing up a cook or something. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Elongated fingers and robust. Why is the Captain Planet theme song stuck in your head again? I don't know how to answer that one for you. And they're finally smoothing out the floor in all these places after forever of not getting that done. Because he's our hero. Taking pollution down to 0, last I heard. There we go. Can't believe we're this far and we don't have a proper temple yet. No, it's because I was pretty ambitious on that temple build. And we've had bad luck so far as like getting people up and immediately losing important people and then trying to piece our lives back together and all that. We've also been prioritizing the books. So a lot of our building has been building these. We'll go ahead and have you do that. Because that one's still being made, so I don't lose track. And we're just rotating through everyone, getting people all sorts of their stuff. Draconic's kind of old. At 47. I mean, Groot's is a little bit up there. It's around 60 I started really sweating about it. I was like, oh man, they're getting to 60. Because in RimWorld it means like you turn 60, instantly bad back dementia. He's got an artery blockage. That's a problem. Now it's for Marcos. Bionic heart time? We don't have bionic stuff yet. We can probably get that soon. We're right about to research this. And we do have the regular one, so I can research bionic right after that. I totally forgot you got that done. Component. Do it until you have... We're gonna only make it 20. Usually I set to like 50 or and all that. It ends up being a big pain because they're just trying so hard to backlog it. Who needs to be converted? A lot of people. Let's work on that. Okay, tattered apparel, needs warm clothes. Everyone's working really hard to get everything going. Yeah, so we got brick filling up everything. We definitely have plenty of carpet as well for putting stuff down. Oh, we got another room we can put down carpet in. And this time we will go for... Go for a green. Okay, they are attacking immediately. It just attacks... Alright, so they're attacking melee? That's an interesting position for going all the way over there. Alright, well, I mean... I feel like you didn't send enough, but I'm not going to complain about you not sending enough. Alright, so let's put Illicit NZ here. Get you Tenma there. Soul Atoms over here. She-Wolf back there. Jaywalker back there. Our Strider back here. So I am seeing I definitely have a lot more people down than I have any business doing. We'll have you three ready to jump in if needed. Just to like tie people up by putting them in melee. So what are you rocking? You got Molotovs. One Molotov, you've got 2 submachine guns, the auto pistol, 1 shotgun, and a knife. You seem to be splitting off someplace. Are you kidding me? Well, there's nothing I can do about that now. They left logs in the door. There's a reason I have a mod. I normally have a mod called "Don't Block the Door," is because he's going to destroy this. Or not. Where are you going? Are you attacking the mechs? Why are you attacking the wall? Whatever, I'm gonna kill your buddies and we'll figure it out from there. Come on. Get him. Okay, meanwhile, we will have you capture this person. It's not looking like we're gonna actually capture that person. I say we're gonna capture that person, but, okay. We're gonna try and tend them in the field just a little bit. They're probably going to get up and maul us, because it's always my luck. Oh, I see. Here. There you go. Schedule. You're unrestricted. Haul that out of here. Well, that's a new annoying problem. So if you didn't see what happened there, I went to bandage him up, and he crawled out of range of me helping him. Small prison next to the kill box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run over here. And just practice your medicine. They're totally doomed, but you know. We'll see. You might actually keep pace with it. What do you know? You did get them. Okay, very neurotic, which gives a much faster work speed and all that. Prisoner, convert. I don't think we keep them. Oh, you're really good medical. All right. Baby's on the way. Yeah, but don't they... Let's check pigskin. Okay, so they don't have pour that. You know what? Sure, we'll keep them. We'll recruit them. Disease infection on you. Hey, you get to be treated by Pava Monster, who's not a good doctor. Because our other doctors are all busy right now. Did they actually get through that wall, by the way? They did not. So that's good news. Okay, advanced fabrication, so bionic replacements, so we can try and get a bionic heart. And we won't do any genetic stuff on the kids yet. We wait till they're adults because, one, you know, that feels weird to completely change their genetics like when they're a kid. But also we don't know what traits are gonna, like what skills they're gonna get, what traits and all that, and that might change what I want to do with them. Alright. And how much longer before you can get back in the machine? 5 days. Don't die. Healthy baby. Excellent. So the new baby gets to be FG squared. Welcome to the colony. And let's get everything queued up. We do have baby food, so we'll go feeding. Everyone is on urgent. I always prioritize care for the babies at their max. And then we do that so more babies can happen in the future. Take the baby to a safe location so it's not laying on the floor. All right. They've already got you to be converted, so that's good. Yeah, so we got a lot of people who aren't in the primary ideology in the colony right now, but that's okay. We'll work on that. Alright, our component count is getting low, our steel count is getting low because most of our materials live outside. Oh, that's bad. Alright, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is go orders. Schedule sentient cookie. We're gonna unrestrict you two. Go grab that. Go grab that. How many books do we have? We've got a pretty good selection. I don't have a good way of getting the count of the total number of books. But we've got probably about 5 shelves full if you were to consolidate them on the shelves versus they're kind of just scattered everywhere. You have 7 books total? Nice. I mean, the books are amazing. I've gotten like multiple researches done just by having the books there. Alright, so you did manage to grab all those. Those ones are just gonna rot out there. That's too close. Okay, so let's see what we have here. What do you have for me? So let's go ahead and give you all the random fur I don't care about. Take the go juice. I don't want it. So we've got recreation book, plants and construction, and hydroponics research. So I'll take those books. You could take the worn out helmets. And I would like your components, but I also, you know what? We can fix this. So we'll keep just the 2 there. And we can go ahead and just... Do we want the components or do we want the steel? Probably the components. We could also take a little bit of steel since we can't get at it right now. That'll do. I mean, the weird one for me was just the whole thing where we had our kid who just got a book, and the book was titled Emptiness, and immediately they took to reading it. And it's like, oh, that feels like a great way to raise a kid. Ah, yes, what are you reading? Emptiness. Ah, so we're going to have a very melodramatic kid, I understand. Alright, so let's get all this out of here. But yeah, I know there's like all sorts of weird stuff. Cool, so we've got all that, so we can go everyone back to safe. So we stay inside the perimeter. So the only components that are going to probably go to waste are the bunch right here in range of that because there's less than a day, and I don't want to risk running through there. It's not a big deal. I'm actually a little bit more worried about our steel production steel being a bit low. But that's fine. Yeah, so you'll get mad if we switch your biology. So Ichi Tenma does crafting, social, and psychic. What can we even do with that? We can get rid of your cooking. And we'll give you elongated fingers. So you're gonna have like the least involved of all of our people who get their genetics changed. Make him sleepy? I don't need to. That's the thing. There's like not many positives or negatives I really want for him. The elongated finger is the only big one. Okay, so we have Ichi Tenma. Go ahead and get that. And you're having a kid, which is why we didn't have your stuff going. Yep, so once Soul Adams has their child, then we'll pop that. Extreme infection. I mean, you're winning your infection, though. long as we keep you fed. All right. Yeah, the amount of like genetic science we're doing these days is. She-Wolf is still in here. Do you have muscle parasites still? It is so ridiculous that we still have muscle parasites. Do you have stuff to make a better hospital yet? Yeah, once the floor is smooth, they can make it sterile floor. The problem is I don't have the steel for it because it's all outside the perimeter and in range of the mechs. I could probably make a zone. Yeah, we can. We're just gonna have to do that. So, zone, expand allow zone. So we have animals, kill box, all that. Join offer on Kanak. You are a sanguine, slow learner who is nimble, who can craft social and is a solid fighter. You know what? I can get on board with that. Slow learner's not my favorite, but you already have like some pretty solid combat skills. And I guess you're just gonna go ahead and grab a submachine gun as well. Put you over here. And yeah, there's tons of it outside. I just need to do that. Q draw. All right, and welcome to the colony Chibiali. Get everyone on here on the recreation schedule and all that good stuff. So that'll all be good. So you got Chibiali here. We'll go to your work schedule. Where are you? There you are. Put 4 there. And you can help with the crafting. Bongspill doesn't have rec time? Thank you. So yeah, so we've actually got a lot of crafters. That also means, so what do we have you set up for? So you social and you craft. So let's go ahead and for cooking, psychically dull, and we'll make you better at crafting. So immediately do mad science, because that's what we do here. We had 5 refugees show up, and we're now already down to 2 because we've recruited them all. Like, not like in some way where we're messing stuff. Literally, it just so happens, you know, they got recruited because they were hanging out. All right. So what I do want to do is I do want to get this done and queued up for Chibiali to get it. All right, so the mechs have woken up. Yeah, so they should just chill up there in their corner. And I don't want to go out there yet. Like, if we get to the point that that's convenient that you went right there to where it's at. Yeah, so I want to get that queued up just so that way when we come back and be like, who does this Xenogerm go to? I have no idea. I debated naming the Xenogerms, like who it goes, like this, like just the Eonex Xenogerm and all that. But, I don't know. Expand that field a little bit. All right. So we're doing pretty good of just getting everyone fire starting spree. Okay, amusingly enough, the person was starting a fire, and then the person put out the fire immediately got in a fist fight with them. They were definitely like, hey, cut it out with that fire. So you're there. Where's Ichitenma? Over here. Oh, you're downed. Because you're being switched over. So it's going to take just a moment. I just want to get Soul Atoms up here and re-equipped, because I'll forget they're unarmed. No, actually, I won't. We got the thing in the profile. Anyways, with that, the reason I'm bringing it up is it's getting to be about that time. So I did definitely enjoy today's... Oh, we'll keep going for a couple minutes, because we just got hit with the ad break. I apologize. So I'll at least go to the ad breaks. I'll sort it out before I do my outro and all that kind of stuff. Just so it's like not that way. Like, you know, we'll wait till that's done. Because it's a bummer to do that, like, literally people get stuck with the ad, and then they just come back, it just says offline, they're like... So we'll just go, like, a couple minutes longer, and then we'll get switched over. Because I can't stay on very late. Me and Toom have a thing tomorrow, which will be a lot of fun. But does mean we have to be there on time. Let's see. With Toom's birthday coming up and everything, we scheduled, like... a painting class thing. So it should be fun. It's glow-in-the-dark paints, so it should be interesting. Alright. So you're willing to get... I don't want to deal with that. They captured a prisoner during raid. She's a baselander who was pregnant with an infant child. Too bad. Oh, yeah. No, that's, that is one of the things that becomes a bit more of a concern when you're playing the RimWorld nowadays with the biotech, is you will get some of those things that happen, you're like, oh. Like, it can get pretty uncozy, even out of RimWorld standards, when you're dealing with, like, you know, kids and all that stuff. Alright, that's when you hop out of that bed real fast. We can get you rearmed. There you go. Alright. It does amuse me just how everything... And everyone's taking care of FG, right? Cool. FG is being fed. They're a little cranky. They want someone to play with them. Someone will probably be along soon. We do have you set to urgent, and we do have a couple people set to childcare. Play with FG. It's your new priority. And now we will trade and do all that stuff. Okay, so first skin we're not keeping. The furry tail roar voice we weren't keeping. The others I'm all cool with. We're not keeping the giant pile of flake that's in the room. Let's get rid of all of the clubs and knives and equipment we probably will never use. We'll keep the bolt actions. We do have a heavy SMG. Let's make sure that's on the shelf, because I'm a little worried it might be somewhere else. Let's see if we got any worn out stuff. We don't. You don't actually have much money for me. So I'm giving all this stuff away. Let's grab those back. Yeah, those aren't worth anything. What else do we have? Okay, so we've got these. They're like 10 bucks. Alright, well, just the first skin. Alright. Okay, so with that said, we're probably gonna be wrapping up now. So I wanted to make sure like everyone got to the ad break and all. I do apologize. I actually started the outro thing. It's like, oh crap, everyone's stuck in an ad. But don't worry. What we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna go find someone to raid for over here on Twitch. For those over on YouTube and TikTok, those aren't really things that happen over there in a meaningful way. So what's gonna end up happening is we are going to go ahead and abruptly end the stream for all you over there because there's not another thing I can do. So if you're on YouTube and TikTok, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that stuff. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and put up my ending stream screen. And going from there. Alright, let's lower that volume just a little bit. Okay, and let's see who we can find to drop a raid over here on Twitch. See if we can't find someone playing some RimWorld or otherwise playing just some solid good content.
Out of the twilight.